Currently Kirkland, your source for city news and events in the community. With Scott Mullet at the news desk. Stay up to date with weekly news reports on what's happening in Kirkland. Now, here's Scott.
Hi, Scott Mullet here, welcoming you to another Currently Kirkland. Every week we deliver community news featuring the latest developments in citywide events. This week, we begin with focus groups. In 2010, the economy forced Kirkland City Council to assess its values, to find ways of preserving what they couldn't cut and cut the things they couldn't preserve.
This budget represents a lot of really hard work on behalf of council and on staff, and a lot of great creative work and a lot of really hard decisions. But I think overall we did a good job of setting priorities and fulfilling our mission. This budget makes public safety a priority. This budget goes a long way toward being sustainable.
To determine whether the council's priorities jived with the public's priorities, the City of Kirkland conducted a couple of citizens' focus groups at the end of September.
Looking at these kinds of decisions over the last 3 years, how do these budget reductions align with how you generally prioritized the goals?
I think they did a pretty good job, to be honest. Nothing looks unreasonable to me, and nothing looks severe. It seems like it seems like they're pretty well chosen cutbacks.
Mm-hmm. Focus group members represented the breadth of Kirkland's chronologic, geographic, and socioeconomic diversity. In general, the focus groups expressed satisfaction with the city's fine-cutting approach to the 2011-2012 biennial budget and to its priorities. However, group members expressed feeling a distance from the budget process.
Are we on the right course?
Yes.
Is the city on the right course?
Yes, the city, I think so. I must say, I don't go online, the website, to see what the city has done. Mm-hmm. Like Wendy says, when there's an issue where the city needs money, we hear a lot about it, but then after the fact, whether it's funded or not, we don't hear anything, at least I don't. It's probably my fault, but I guess the point is that there's a way to communicate or for us to know what's happened and how it's affected these services.
One of the goals for the focus groups was to learn how citizens would prefer to stay connected to the budget process.
I guess if you make it easier, I mean, if you can package in some way the information about the budget issue and the means to give feedback, like in the same package, however, whatever that is, the response card that you can tear off and say, this is bad, or, an email that then has an ability to go back. But I think if you disassociate the means of giving the information, the feedback with the information that you learn, you're not gonna get the response there. It's like either I'm gonna do it right when I hear about it, or I'm not gonna take it, a week later and go, oh yeah, I thought about that thing. I should really email the city and tell them about that.
Groups expressed a desire to participate in the process, but wanted that process to be more interactive, more available, and simple. The City Council will be incorporating some of these perspectives in 2012 when it attempts to stimulate a more interactive public discussion about the city's 2013-2014 budget. To follow this budget process, visit kirklandwa.gov/budget. Now here's a great feature story on one of our Kirkland neighbors. Ruth Hamby was born when wooden wagon wheels were far more common than rubber tires, and when the average human life lasted only 47 years. She's learned a lot since then: how to care for a baby sister, how to finish a layup and drive a golf ball, how to raise a son, and how to run a school district. But the lesson that resonated was this:
no love is ever wasted. Every bit of love that you show to others is reflected yet to others and makes the world a better place to live.
She felt this firsthand on October 20th when her son and daughter-in-law, her fellow Emeritus residents, and Kirkland's Deputy Mayor Penny Sweet gathered at Emeritus' front lobby to celebrate her 105th birthday.
This is for you. 105 healthy years, gracing us with your presence here at Emeritus of Kirkland. Thank you for being you, and thank you for being here. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to say I think this might be a record. So we're going to claim it because that's what we do. We are so happy to have a 105-year-old birthday party in Kirkland. Isn't that exciting? You're all going to live to be 105. I'm sure of it. And we'll be here a lot. So on behalf of the city of Kirkland, I want to wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you.
Kentucky's loss is our gain. And I hope you have been here for a long time, and I cannot think of a better place.
Thank you.
Ruth Hamby has been my goal. If she lives to be 105, I can be 100 next year, and we'll have a party, and then I'm going to go on and live to be 105, maybe 106.
Thank you.
Ruth Hamby is a role model for all of the centenarians in the room.
Earlier in the day, the city of Arlington, Kentucky, declared October 20th of every year to be Ruth Hamby Day. The mayor of her hometown called in to wish her a happy birthday and to notify her that her life had become a part of Arlington's public record. Ruth was raised there in Arlington, a small Kentucky coal mining town, but moved out west to Vancouver, Washington in 1941 with her husband. 5 years later, she had given up on conceiving a child, so she began the long process of adoption. Months later, she got a surprise: pregnancy, where at the age of 40, she gave birth to her only child, Jack.
But it was, she cooked all the time. Like I say, everybody wanted to stay overnight at our house to eat because she was a wonderful cook. As good a cook as I've ever been around. Very, very good cook. I made everything from scratch and it was Southern cooking, which nobody else in the Northwest knew anything about. So it had a lot of flavor and and stuff. It was great. So that's what I grew up on. So I'm spoiled. I mean, big time.
Ruth's mother taught her a lesson when she was young, and she hasn't forgotten it to this day. Make a point of looking nice.
If you look nice, you'll feel nice.
And Ruth did wherever she went. This was true even in her garden. Ruth was known to wade deep into the weeds wearing her navy blue suit and red heels. She brought this same sense of style to her 105th birthday party.
Thank you for honoring me. It's really just a wonderful feeling to make an effort to leave a pleasant spot in this big world.
Happy birthday, Ruth, from all of us at Currently Kirkland. After 14 months of construction, Finn Hill Junior High opened its new building to the community last Tuesday.
Is this a great building or what? No, I'm not sure I heard you. Is this a great building or what? It is truly an honor to be here and be with you as we celebrate the opening of this facility. As I worked with the architects and the planning team early on in this process, we wanted to make sure that we had a building that characterized the community, one that was environmentally friendly, and one that was student and community friendly. In Lake Washington School District, we are serious about making sure that every student is future ready, prepared to go to college, prepared for the global workplace, and prepared for personal success. And we believe that it takes a team effort in order to do that. It's the community, it's parents, it's teachers, and it also includes facilities, that making sure that kids have the kind of experiences that they will experience out there in the world after they matriculate through our system. I could not be more proud of what is accomplished here, so that this facility is the pride of Finn Hill. We are excited to open this building to you, to your students, to the community, and I hope that you thoroughly enjoy the tour. Make sure you ask questions about how it was built and how it was designed. It'll be here for a long time to come, and I expect that we'll have yet another ASB president coming 30 or 40 years from now and talking about this day.
Visitors to the open house toured the 116,000 square foot building that capitalizes on the industry's newest technology to capture the Earth's oldest energy sources. Once they are online, for example, the school's 1,452 photovoltaic panels will produce 42% of the building's energy. And it's contained by an enhanced thermal envelope. The school's 13 rain gardens filter water before returning them to the lake, rather than dump it down gutters and drain pipes.
We have the largest solar array on any school building in the Washington state right now. And that is an amazing fact, and it's, again, a testament to the district's forward thinking and their understanding that we need to maximize our energy efficiency and make use of available clean energy. Here's another one, the rainwater catchment systems. All the rainwater that falls on these roofs is caught on site and is reused and is captured in cisterns and is reused for irrigating the natural rainwater gardens here. So we're not adding to the stormwater flow that goes off site, and it's such an issue today in our local Puget Sound region. The native plant gardens that are in between the pods, and especially on the east side, moving down along 84th, they essentially represent different ecotones of increasing moisture. And again, using the water on site, natural vegetation is used to direct that and keep it all green friendly here. The buildings, the teachers and the staff here are starting to realize how amazingly insulated these buildings are. In those first days we moved in, it was hot, it was up in the 80s, and yet the buildings were still cool inside. It was only when you opened the door that you got the heat. So, and we'll expect to see the same thing in the colder winter times. It'll be warm here inside.
Every year, the building will help educate at least 750 students.
My name is Nathaniel. My siblings have been going to Finn Hill for 11 years. This is my friend Evan, and his brother and sister are at Finn Hill now. We are excited to be moving up to Finn Hill at the same time. We are the future of Finn Hill.
Some of the things that we're looking forward to are the new gym, nice teachers, better food, playing foosball and air hockey at lunch, the pancake breakfast for kids with good grades, and Summit class.
We are also excited about not being in the same classroom all day, the new setup of the building, the dad's breakfast and the mother's lunch, playing sports like tennis and wrestling, being in the school play, and lots more. We think Finn Hill is really ninja.
The new Finn Hill Junior High building is one of 22 schools in the Lake Washington School District that have been or are in the process of being modernized. This district-wide project was made possible by a $436 million bond passed by the voters in 1998 and again in 2006. For more information on the Lake Washington School Modernization Program, visit www.lwsd.org. And with that, here's where we part ways. But don't fret and frobble, because you can access any episode of Currently Kirkland on demand on the city's website, your mobile devices, or on YouTube. You feel like telling us about what's happening? Well, good. We need to know. If you have any news tips, suggestions, or comments, please send them to kirklandtv@kirklandwa.gov. Currently Kirkland will be back again next week. Thanks for stopping by today.